Hello and welcome back to another Marble Friday. Now for this week's episode, we're going to be doing the usual Christmas race for 2024. So this is the last race that anyone on the roster will score up a win point and or a loss point, because next week is the final race of the year, and with that we have to break up the ties and everything. So this is everyone's last chance to get a win and or a loss point before we break every tie up imaginable. So of course, you all know how a Christmas race works. We have red, green, brown, and white marbles competing in this episode. In this case, we have 20 of them right here. And I know we have a lot of green marbles here competing, but oh well. And of course, we do have the Christmas lights back for this one. And they're all being ran through that outlet over here, if you're wondering. And this also segues us into the track, which is once again the same as one of Chasing Sunset's tracks. And yes, this is also the final race that will be using this track, because with the final race of the year being next week, I am required to shift the entire track in order to combat the amount of marbles going down the track. Since, you know, the final race of the year is one of the more bigger races of the year, because, you know, we have to break up the ties and everything, and given the amount of marbles going down, I'm going to be required to shift the entire track. So yeah, but of course, one more time before we shift it completely for next week's final race of 2024, credit to Chasing Sunsets for this track. And also, before we get started, I have one marble to take note of. Dusted Sandstorm is competing in this episode since he DNF'd in last week's episode by getting stuck in one of the flat funnels. So therefore, he will be given a chance to make that up in this week's episode. And let's hope it's the case, because again, based on what I just stated earlier in the episode, this is the final race that anybody can get a win and or a loss point before the ties will be broken up next week. So yeah. So anyways, enough said. Choose any one of these 20 marbles you think will be winning in this week's episode, and you only have 5 seconds to guess. Go. Oh yeah, and in regards to the lights here, I know it does look like a bit of a messy setup. They're not battery powered this time. They're all being ran through that outlet, like I said at the beginning of this episode. So yeah, I know it looks like a mess, but, you know, it had to do for now. Anyways, without further ado, let's get the 2024 Christmas race started. that was a nice and fun episode to celebrate Christmas early, obviously. So, yeah, this was a nice one. Anyways, congratulations to Lime Green on scoring first place, while sadly placing last is Leaf Green. Man, I never thought I would see the day to see Leaf Green score last, but oh well. And also kudos to Dusted Sandstorm on redeeming himself. So yeah, now let's go ahead and get to the final results. And that's going to pretty much be about it for this week's Christmas 2024 race. Like I said, congratulations to Lime Green on taking home the W, while unfortunately taking home the L is Leaf Green. But yeah, this was a nice episode to celebrate Christmas early, and now we shall focus on the final race of the year, which is next week. So definitely be on the lookout for that, because it's going to be a massive one to close out 2024 with a bang. So anyways, that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to show support. Feel free to follow all my socials down below, and subscribe with the notification bell enabled. And of course, happy holidays, and if you're watching this on Christmas, have a great Merry Christmas. And of course, I will see you guys back for the final race of 2024, which is where we're going to break up the ties and all that stuff. So get ready. Anyways, that's it for this. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.